This just shows some of the rocky terrain that we've had to navigate over the last really 2 days. Just a lot of rocks and roots. The terrain here is not real steep. Just kind of rolls around, contours around the side of a hill. Actually a pleasant walk through here. You can see the greens are starting to come in a little bit.
That's green.
Along the trail, see the green grasses there.
No, I'll wait for lunch, or I'll wait when we stop.
They don't really
whatever.
show up in
I
a
put
lot of
some
these
in my
videos and
pocket,
pictures, but
in
there's
my,
a lot of little, like
for my
thousands
for
upon
my
thousands of
sandwich.
little white flowers all
Here,
over the
that chicken
place.
salad or tuna.
I think we're kind of chasing spring north a little bit.
No, I'm not eating that.
But it's coming. We're starting to see some trees bud out, and some of the rhododendron
I went ahead and started putting trash in there. So
buds on them. Hey, what can I say? These are some of the views on our way up to the summit of Mount Rogers. It was a pretty decent climb. Went from this open, rocky terrain, and it switched to lush green, kind of a pine forest. It was pretty cool. A lot of fresh growth. The further up we got towards the summit, the better it looked. The summit marker for Mount Rogers and some of the ecosystem right there at the top. It was pretty cool looking and unique. Tonight we camped at Rhododendron Gap, and not more than 50 yards from our campsite, maybe 100 of these wild horses. They're obviously not afraid of humans. There's quite a few campers up here tonight. They're really pretty. They're kind of shaggy, but they're really kind of pretty. So I thought we'd just show you the horses. 500 down, 1,698 to go. It's going quick. We had a beautiful moonrise just after we went to bed. It's pretty spectacular.
So we need to probably get going and get on the trail. Kind of a little update from last night, other than it being very breezy. Before it got breezy, we had a full moon, well, almost full moon, and we heard the horses neighing quite a few times. And then some kind of odd bird, we don't know what it was. It was definitely not an owl, because we've been hearing owls every night, but that was not an owl. But some kind of night bird, and it was making some kind of neat sound all night, well, at least for a while, till we fell asleep. So that's about it, I think. You got anything to add?
No.
He's not moving this morning.
These are some of the views just after camp last night. Nice high area, great views. We came across this little squeeze in the trail. It's a little bit tight, but it was doable. And then just a couple of minutes, probably 10 minutes later, I think, we came to a point in the trail called Fat Man Squeeze. That's this video. You can see it's really not as tight as the previous one. We both made it through there pretty easy. Just fun little tidbits on the trail. We're in the midst of Fat Man Squeeze right here. There's Carrie trying to escape the little crevice. We went through something earlier that was actually tighter than this. It was a good time. A beautiful day. This is cool nonetheless. Probably about 40. A little uneven, but the wind was still really high, like 30 miles an hour or so. We dealt with wind pretty much, seems like from day one. The wind's been the biggest issue. We've had some snow, we've had some rain, but it's been windy almost every day. You can see the rocky terrain. You know, this trail through this section was up and down these big rocks. It was actually very beautiful. Just some more views of distant mountains from the top. We got to Grayson Highland State Park. Ran into couple more ponies. This is laundry time. Carrie's washing some of our clothes. Every now and then we have to wash clothes and socks or underwear to stay kind of fresh. So thought we'd show you that little tidbit next to this beautiful, beautiful little stream. We stumbled across some trail magic at the scales. Hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, fruit, brownies, you name it. It was awesome. Carrie going through one of many gates we had to pass through. The train pretty much stayed like this for quite a while. It was a nice, gentle walk. A little bit rocky, a little bit rooty, but it really wasn't too bad as far as elevation, ups and downs. They weren't too bad. I think we pretty much completed our day. Not much to show you in this section. We woke up, it rained all night. You can see the tent is basically in a pond. We got some things wet. We survived it. It rained, snowed, and sleeted all morning. And then this video was probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The train leveled out quite a bit. Got really nice. Even though we got a decently late start, we still got 19 miles in this day. Really wasn't that tough. A couple climbs, but nothing out of the ordinary. Another beautiful vista of Rye Valley on the way. Then we woke up the next morning to snow. We were in partnership shelter, and it snowed, as you can see, just enough to cover the ground.